Hey guys, it's currently Thursday, December 19th at 4:30 in the afternoon, and you may be wondering where Wednesday went. Well, Wednesday went to power outages, babysitting, and a lot of company. The power was out actually from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m., which messed up my sleep schedule something horrible because there's a lot of medical equipment that has to be hooked up to electricity that we had to actually get the generator out for and get it all hooked up and everything. So that took actually a lot longer than you would expect. Then I went to bed for a few hours. My brother stopped by. Then we had my old church, their youth group stopped by. And then I had to babysit my aunt while my mom went to town to get groceries and whatnot. So Wednesday was actually very boring. And it also wrecked my sleep schedule up something horrible, which is why I'm just now waking up. So if I look like an old bag lady, I'm sorry. The only thing actually productive I did Wednesday is I picked the next book I wanted to read, because I don't think I'm actually going to be able to finish Cinder this week, and I would like to at least finish 2 books this week so that I only have 1 book to worry about for my Goodreads reading goal. I decided I'm going to read The Door That Led to Where. This is a really short book. It's not even 300 pages, and it has like a 3.4 stars on Goodreads, so I'm hoping it'll be good. I did think about picking up a contemporary. It's just I'm not really in a contemporary mood. I'm honestly almost never in a contemporary mood, and the only thing on there that sounded good was The Music of What Happens, and that's a reread for me, and I don't want to reread another book. So I'm going to be reading this and hopefully finish it by the end of the week. I'm also going to try to get my days and nights back together. I don't know what the best solution for that is, whether I should just go to sleep early, which makes no sense after sleeping for such a long time because I'm not remotely tired and I'll just lay there for hours trying to sleep, which is not productive at all. Or I stay up and do a bunch of stuff to help keep my mind and body busy, like all the cleaning I need to do, which I most likely will not film. It's basically just there to keep me awake, and it needs to be done anyways. I'm kind of upset that I haven't already done it. Or I can drink coffee, which will keep me awake, and I can just do the day as normal. I haven't even done my exercises today, which is a little bit ridiculous. My body still hurts from the last 2 days of exercising, but I'm going to push myself to do those exercises, because if I don't, I'll get off habit and then I won't do them, and regardless of what I end up doing, I will try to keep you guys updated, both on my reading and everything else I choose to do throughout the day, which, as you can imagine, there's not much I can do at like 4:30 in the afternoon besides actually fix something to eat, because I haven't eaten in about 12 hours, and maybe do some light cleaning. I can't be very loud once everybody goes to sleep, which is around 6:30, 7 o'clock, because if I wake up my aunt, that is going to be a horrifying night for everyone. So I'll do something. I just don't know what's going to be yet. Hi everyone. I've done absolutely no reading so far, and it's now almost 8 o'clock. But what I have been working on is the painting I plan on doing for my January bullet journal. It's gonna be ice themed, so I'm doing all the colors that I think are like icy, and then I have some Epsom salt here, and we're gonna hope it looks like frost when I'm done. I actually haven't painted with watercolors in a long time, probably about a year now, so well, it'll be a year February. Since it's been so long, I forgot a lot of things. Like, if you're going to paint wet on wet, it's gonna get very warped and messy, at least with the paper I have. So this is gonna take a while to dry, in which case I'll probably maybe start the book, or I may try to do something else productive while it's drying. And just as a note, I have an art desk, so I should not be doing this on like my regular desk, but it's freezing cold in our garage, which is where my art stuff is, so this is kind of what I'm going with right now. When you need laundry detergent but you're too lazy to go get it. guys, excuse my appearance, I just got out of the shower, but it's Friday, December 20th. That means this reading vlog is about to wrap up, and hopefully I'll get a whole lot more reading done before it's over. But I actually woke up at 4 a.m. this morning, and I forced myself to go back to sleep because I knew that I was going to crash if I didn't. And I got to babysit like in an hour. It's like 12 o'clock now, but I gotta babysit in an hour, and I don't know how long that's gonna last. Probably like 2 hours at least. So during that time I should be able to get a bit more reading done of The Door That Led to Where. So far I'm on page 14, so I didn't read a lot last night before I finally crashed, but I read enough to hate the mother because the main character of this series doesn't even know his real name, or he didn't until the things that happened in the beginning of the book happen. Before that, he just knew himself as AJ, which are his initials. And that is so incredibly sad. It's like, I've read books before where the parents are horrible, but not to the point where the child didn't even know their real name. But that's where I left off last night, him learning his real name and being a little obsessed over it. Like, who wouldn't be, just learning their real name for the first time ever. I did a bit of painting last night. The Epsom salt did not work the way I wanted it to, so I kind of gave up on that like partway through. So my solution to this was saran wrap. So I left this to dry overnight, so let's peel this off and see if it did what I wanted it to. I've done this trick several times, but I used less water this time, so I don't know what all it's gonna look like. You can see where the salt was still on here when I did this. But it didn't do exactly what I wanted it to do, but that's alright. I can't put another coat on it. That's going to look bad. Let's put it this way. Between that one and this one, which was just like a tester to see what colors I wanted, between these two, I should be able to use them for like scrap pieces. But like I need to do another one to like get exactly what I want done. And I think this time I will completely nix the Epsom salt because that left a lot of marks on here. And I will more than likely just use the saran wrap again. This time I'll make sure I use more water before I put it on. The only bad thing is it's gonna have to sit overnight, and that takes up my desk space, which I hate. So I may want to start that now and hopefully get it done before my mom leaves. Okay, so it's much later. It is now 7 o'clock. I have spent the majority of the time, besides babysitting, hanging out with my mom and aunts and just, I don't know, being social for once in my life. I got my laundry done, which was a plus. I actually helped clean out our littlest bedroom, and I had like a whole tote full of clothes that I needed to go through, and then it's just, I had to wash them after who knows how long they've been in storage. But I also got a lot read. I started on page 14 because I think that's where I left off last night, and I'm now on page 78. I don't know the restrictions of this time travel. I don't know if it's like only certain families can do it. I don't know if you have to have this key to do it. I don't know if you're able to, well, I know you're able to take objects back and forth, but I don't know if you can take other people back and forth. And it just like, what restrictions are on this time travel aspect? So far, I mean, this is his family's door. His family is in possession of the key that unlocks and locks this door, but can other people go through it? Or do those people that are going back and forth need their own door? I'm trying to think of other books that talk about time travel and like implement it into their story, but I can't, like, I know I've read a couple of others, but like off the top of my head, can't think the titles, and I can't think of any that have ever done it better than J.K. Rowling. And I think that's just because the way she wrote it all, it was something that was like, you saw pieces of it happening earlier in the book, and then you got the full explanation for them at the end. So it wasn't like anything that was going to be changed in the future. It was stuff that's already happened, and this, like I said, time travel is very confusing. This book so far is doing it all right. It's just I don't know the rules, restrictions, or anything like that, like the main character doesn't. And I do wonder like what all is going to happen in this, because it started out as just like me going into this book expecting a little bit of time travel, this boy choosing what time period he wanted to live in, maybe taking his friends along if that's possible, but now it's also turning into dealing with a greedy grandfather and possibly a murder mystery. Also today, I did another painting. I added a lot less color and a lot more water, and I hope it turns out right. If it doesn't turn out how I want, I may try it again, but more likely I will just stick with what I got and try better next month. Maybe get a lot of practice in between time. So here it is. You can tell that it's a lot lighter colored, but I don't know if you can tell that I use a lot more purple than last time. And this turned out a lot better. It was more of the effect I was going for. Thank goodness. I mean, there are some spots here and there that it just, a lot more foil was on it than I expected it to be like clumped on there. But I mean, overall, it's not that bad. And even though it's like not what I wanted, I want more of a like a frost effect, which is why I wanted to use Epsom salt. It's still nice and I'll still use it. I still plan on using this one, even though it's way too dark. I really don't like it. I was trying more of a turquoise and purple, and just, I don't really like the way it turned out. You can barely see the purple, and the turquoise turned out more dark blue as it got blended with the other colors. And then this one, like I said, was just a tester, but if I need like little extra scraps for anything, I do plan on using this. So all in all, this turned out more like a Northern Lights kind of feel to this spread theme when I was going for frost. And maybe I'll look up a tutorial on how to use Epsom salt in paintings, because I really am wanting to try that, because regular salt I have no problem with. I've actually done a couple of paintings with regular salt and they've turned out really well. I don't know why Epsom salt was so different. I mean, it wasn't even absorbing the water at all. So yeah, that's all for my update today. I 100% am going to be playing a little bit of Minecraft later, but I know I'll also be reading a lot of The Door That Led to Where. This is a pretty fast-paced book. It's only 277 pages, I think, so I only have 200 more pages to go. So definitely I'll be finishing this before this vlog is over, but 100% I'm not getting to Cinder. Cinder I'll probably just read through Christmas. I almost said Thanksgiving. I don't know how much I'll vlog tomorrow because my sister's supposed to be coming and we're going to be doing a lot of cleaning on the garage. I don't know if I'm going to count Saturday as the end of the vlog or if I'm going to do like a Sunday to Sunday thing, because my sister's actually coming for a visit tomorrow and she's going to help us clean on the garage to get it ready for Christmas, which it requires a lot of heavy moving because we have so many soft drinks for the party and whatnot. So I most likely won't be doing a lot of vlogging tomorrow. I may like peek in for a few minutes here and there, but that'll be it. Because honestly, I don't know when she's getting here and I don't know when she plans on leaving. She'll be leaving like probably early-ish, like no later than 4. But still, I don't know when she's getting here. And I rarely get to see her, so I'll most likely, besides reading and vlogging, just be hanging out with her if we don't spend the entire time cleaning. Other than that, I think like all of the rush stuff I have to do, like going to town and stuff, kind of got pushed to next week. So you guys aren't going to get to see all that ripping and running that I have to do, which is probably a good thing for me because I'm going to be stressed enough going through traffic that I don't need to worry about vlogging as well. Because I feel bad for not vlogging as much as I did this week, but I really did nothing this week. Hey guys, today is December 22nd. It is currently 11, I don't know if you can even see this. It's 11:49, so it's almost 12 o'clock. There's a worker beside me in the Walmart parking lot, which is strange, and I hope he doesn't watch me do this and think I'm a complete weirdo. Not that I actually care, I just don't like being stared at, as I think I've stated previously in this vlog. But it's the last day of the reading vlog, and I didn't film yesterday because, like I said before, my sister came down and we cleaned the garage. I was gonna record a little bit that night and let you guys know my reading update, but I actually got really sick. I'm not sure what was wrong. It was just like a lot of pressure in places that was causing like intense pain, and I really and honestly just did not feel like dealing with that. Well, obviously I didn't feel like dealing with it, but it was just something that I couldn't like
I couldn't like just stop and do anything. I just had to lay in bed until the pain eventually went away, because it was causing me a lot of anxiety. I had to end up taking an anxiety pill, which made me even more tired after all the like near panic attacks I had. And then I had to take an ibuprofen because it was causing like a lot of like bloating and swelling, which I didn't understand, because that's like a real first. I've had these pains before, but never like this harsh, or this, it makes me bloat this bad. But reading update, I didn't bring the book with me, obviously, because I'm not going to get a lot of reading done, like driving and whatnot, because it's dangerous. But I got to page 180. I think I was on like page 78 or something when I updated you guys last. Now I'm on 180, which means I have a little less than 100 pages to go, which is good. So I should definitely be finishing that tonight. After I leave here, I'm going to get everything unloaded at the house. I plan on just reading the rest of the day. I have no other plans. My stepdad's going hunting. My mom's probably just going to take care of Sheila, which just involves a lot of cooking and a lot of changing. So it's like I may have to stop every now and again to help with stuff, but my whole day is pretty much free. I got nothing to do except for pick up medicine and a few groceries we still need for cooking. I still have last minute Christmas gifts to get, so hopefully I can find something for a couple people in here. Obviously this place is a madhouse, so I'm not actually going to film while I'm inside, but I will catch up with you guys later.
Hey guys, you're never gonna believe this, but I actually completely forgot I took my camera to Walmart with me until about like 30 minutes ago. So this camera's been sitting in my car for like the last 8-10 hours. I don't know, it's almost midnight now, but it's been sitting in my car since like 2 o'clock. It's like, how could I forget that I took my camera with me? I so rarely do it that I guess it just completely slipped my mind. But you think that since I rarely do it, it'd be something I would remember. But it didn't help that I spent like 3 hours in Walmart either. I was getting sick and tired of that store. There's just way too many people. It wasn't bad when I first got there, but like after like 30 minutes, it's like the church crowd I guess came in and it got swarmed. So I did get all of my Christmas shopping done. I believe I did. If I missed somebody, I'm going to be so mad at myself, but I'm pretty sure I got all of it finished. Let's see. I also got a little under half of the gifts wrapped. My mom actually started wrapping, and then she told me to wrap a specific gift that I had given to her that she wanted to give to my uncle, which I'm okay with. He needs it more than she does. But me wrapping that actually turned into me wrapping more and more gifts, and Mom says it's my fault, but I told her I didn't want to do it in the first place and it's all on her. But I have that problem. Once I start something, I want to finish it, and if I don't finish it, I beat myself up about it, so I had to finish it. Long story short, I really had to finish it. Oh, at Walmart, not only did I get like a pack of 100, where are they? Right over here. I got a pack of these Crayola Super Tip markers. I was planning on getting these anyways, so I ended up giving my 50 pack to my niece, or I'm going to during Christmas time. She just doesn't know it yet. And I also got this really, you can't even see this. I got this really nice journal. It's hardcover, and I promised myself I wouldn't buy any more of these, but it has all of the days and months at the top there. So all you have to do is like circle which one it is, and then you just write. So it's kind of like a diary, but you can use it as a regular journal, and it has a bookmark in it. Where's the bookmark? There we go. There's the bookmark. And it's just so pretty. And I just couldn't pass it up. It was the only one they had on the shelf, and I was going to get it. I promised myself that I would start diarying, let's just say journaling, like personal journaling. Instead of doing that in like a separate book, I was just going to start doing that in my bullet journal. Which, speaking of bullet journal, I actually did a lot on that today. I've already showed you guys all the paintings. I mean, you've seen them dried and everything and finished. So I'm just gonna show you like a few of the pages I worked on. Sorry, the camera is tilted, I'm holding it. But these pages are not done by a long shot. A quote is going to go here. Then I have January. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the rest of this cover page yet. Then I have the regular stuff I gotta keep track of, my brain dump page. Then I have my habit builder page, which I really like the way this turned out. And then my mood tracker, which is a giant, what do they call this ball that drops? Whatever. It's the New Year's ball.
Then I have my YouTube page pretty much done. I'm going to alter this a lot because I want to use these specific calendars. So I'm probably going to take like this out and drop these down quite a bit just to give it more room at the top and make it not feel as cluttered. And I haven't worked any on these except for cutting out these little pieces, and I'm going to put the day, Monday, and then the number of that day. So I've already glued all of these in here. And all that's left is like actually numbering them and stuff, and then actually putting in the little sections that I normally put in, like the read, film, and write. How could I forget that one? That's like the main thing I want to do this year is write, and I completely forgot it. Personally, I love the way this journal looks. It has like a little pen holder on the side. It has a bookmark. It even came with like a little pouch like thing, a little filing thing at the back. I can't even get it. It's like, oh no, this isn't the one with the filing thing at the back. This one had like the little template in the front. That's what it was. But I really liked this notebook when I got it, and I was really excited to use it, but the pages are so thin that it has excessive bleeding. My glue even bleeds through the page. Some of my pages were getting glued together. Kai, quit eating your foot. Oh my gosh, before I update you guys on my reading, I haven't really talked about this, but my eldest nephew, he just graduated recently from high school, and he decided that he's going to join the Army as an engineer. So he's been in Texas, and I think he's going to Arizona like in the new year, or he's already been in Arizona. He's been in so many different places that it's hard to keep track of, but he actually came home without telling anybody today. I hate showing like videos on my phone because it's atrocious, but I don't even know if you guys will be able to see it or not, but I'm gonna try. Thankfully you can't see me. It was a very heart-wrenching moment. It's been so long since we've seen him, and we were just like so excited. Me and my mom were both gave each other headaches from crying so much, because we're not big criers. I'm more of a crier than she is because I read a bunch of books that made me cry. But both of us had headaches for like 2 or 3 hours later from just crying because we were so happy to see him, and it was a moment. He's going to be here for Christmas, which wasn't a thing before, and he leaves for Arizona, I think, and then he's maybe going for a week or two, and then he's coming back, I think, the 9th of January to stay for a couple more weeks, and I'm so excited. Kai thinks I'm crazy right now, but I'm really not. Oh, Kai also met him for the first time, him and his girlfriend. I got Kai after he had done left, I believe. So, I mean, I've had Kai since February. So, I mean, he's been gone a long time. It's been so long since we've seen him. And I don't know, maybe he was here when I got Kai, like when he was really, really little. I can't remember now. Because it's been so long and so much has happened that it just, everything blends together. So I'm not 100% sure. All I know is Kai was his lovable little self, and he just wanted constant attention from everyone, and he was eating it up. He's going to be so happy at Christmas time. Maybe. I have an uncle that brings his dog sometimes, so he may not be happy. Kai is very jealous, aren't you, honey? Okay, so back to what you guys are here for, and that is a reading update. I had 90 some pages left of this book, and let me just say, it's a solid 3-star book, but there's a lot of loopholes in the time traveling aspect, which I expected, especially for such a short book. I guess my thinking of this being unrealistic, even though time travel isn't realistic, it's just the fact that only one door supposedly exists. If there's more, we don't know about them. Even though AJ is supposedly a time traveler, anyone can go through the door and travel through time. I mean, I don't know if he has to be with them the first time it happens. Like, they have to know the door is there for it to work. But at the same time, it's like,
the door is just existing there. So if anyone stumbles upon it, they can actually go through it. But I'm assuming they have to know the door is there, and they have to know what the door does. There's also the professor who has... he's creepy, to put it bluntly. He's creepy. I don't know. It seems like there's a lot more to his story than we are ever going to get to see. If there's like a sequel to this, I would actually be interested in reading it. But I would hope it'd be a lot longer and more detailed. Another problem I had is with the mother. If you recall, when I started reading this book, the boy AJ didn't even know his real name. He didn't know his father's name. He didn't know anything about himself. And we don't even get to talk to the mother until like the last couple chapters. And it's like all of a sudden she's actually a model, on the road to being a model mother. And it's just completely unrealistic. Just because he has 1 or 2 near-death experiences doesn't mean you get to change your mind on how you've treated him for the last 17 years. Yes, you can make up for it, and I would love to see her make up for it, but at the same time, you can't just, expect forgiveness from your kid just because you've gone to visit him in the hospital a couple times, and you're actually trying to smile around him and not spit fire at him. Yeah, there's also a lot of character names that I just kept forgetting, like Mr. Stone, Dr. Jinx, and then Mr. Talker. I don't know how to actually say his name, but that's another thing. A lot of names are in here were interesting. But as a whole, it's like the book could have been like 100 pages longer and flushed out the backstories so much better. Even though for such a short book, they were pretty well done. There was also the whole thing with the mystery of the murders and everything that he was helping out with. It was literally staring him in the face. It was basically... someone would show up, they'd give you a buttload of information, you go to the place they gave you the information, and those people would willingly hand over even more information, and it was just a continuous train of information being given, and not, as I saw it, a lot of actual mystery solving. So I guess maybe that makes sense for like the 1830s, because that's a time where people didn't really do there was no detectives back then, so no one actually did detective work. No one tried to trace down these leads. They took everybody for face value. If someone had stood in the middle of the street and pointed at a random person and said, "He's a witch, try to cast a spell on me," they'd be hung or burned at the stake within minutes, because no one's dealing with that crap. I'm exaggerating on the minutes thing, but literally they would lock the person up with no evidence that they did anything wrong, and there would be very little that the person could do to defend themselves, because if they didn't do it, there's no evidence that they did do it, but there's no evidence that they didn't do it. And it's just, I'm so glad for the justice system we have right now. Granted, there's a lot wrong with it, but it's better than hanging people for doing absolutely nothing. So yeah, that was my reading of that book and all that I've done today. I've done a lot. I actually need to do so much more. I didn't do any of the things I wanted to do this week. Well, okay, I did a little bit. I got the end of my Christmas shopping is done. Most of the gifts are wrapped. I worked on my bullet journal spread, which I wanted to do, but had no importance to Christmas at all. Main things I needed to do was to clean this room and my bathroom, and I didn't do either of those. I did clean the garage, so that counts for something, right? For this readathon, let's see. I read The Maze Runner, and that is... how many pages is The Maze Runner? Maze Runner is 371 pages. Then I just finished The Door That Led to Where, and this book is 277 pages. I think that's 648 pages. I will leave the actual total up on the screen because I'm not 100% sure right now. I guess I could get my calculator, but I don't know where it or my phone is. So I'm just going to... where did I leave my phone? I just showed you a video. Where could it possibly be? Kai's probably laying on it. So he looks incredibly guilty, doesn't he? Kai, say goodbye to the vlog. Okay. He's normally very lovable. He's just a really tired pupper right now. Yeah, that wasn't a lot read, but my goal for this reading vlog was just to read 2 books, and I read 2 books, so I'm incredibly happy with that. Now, the next book that I have to read is Cinder by Marissa Meyer, and honestly, I don't expect to finish this before the year is over, but I'm going to try my hardest. I probably will not do any reading tomorrow or the next day. If I do, it's not going to be a lot. because I have just so much I need to do. And then Christmas Eve is going to be full of nothing but cooking. So I may get time to read in between there, but I don't know. This vlog is also going up on Christmas Eve. So as long as I stick to my editing, which I've already edited half of this vlog. So if I get this other half edited tomorrow around all the cleaning and traveling I have to do, then it should go up Tuesday without a hitch. Like, hopefully mid-Tuesday. I'm not going to make any promises on the actual time because my sleep schedule's whack and I'm very busy. Oh, also a quick update before I leave you guys. The sickness, or whatever you want to call it, that I was talking about at the beginning of this day's segment of the vlog, it lingered pretty much until, I would say, 6 o'clock, and then 6 or 7 o'clock actually. It may have been later, but it was really late this evening, and then it finally passed. Whatever it is, it just stopped, and I've never been happier. It's gone, and hopefully it doesn't come back. Look at my festive lights. They actually hang there like year round. I never turn them on except for Christmas time. But yeah, on that note, and Kai being his adorable self, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye! Say goodbye! You look so done with everything right now. I'm sorry. Go back to sleep, honey. I'll leave you alone.